good morning, good evening, or good night, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But this is another episode of Kid Houston Podcast. And today we have the one, the only, not the G, not the double G, but the triple OG and the double OG and the G the G. You know what it is. It's G in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, what's the motherfucking me deal?
Thank you for joining in on today's episode. And make sure y'all give it a like, and you give G a like too on his Instagram and on all his social media platforms as well as mine. Thank y'all, ladies and gentlemen. So, thank you for joining in. I've been trying to get your ass on this damn show for like ever, even on the old podcast.
Yeah, I know.
And a lot has happened.
A lot has happened since then. When was the last time? That was maybe like 2 years, right, or something like that. Maybe a year when you started telling me about it.
About Southside or about this one?
About Southside.
Southside was about two years ago. Yeah, when we started, because I met you at the first Red Eyes.
Yeah,
the first.
I think it was when it was No Name Sesh.
Yeah, No Names. That's what it was. It was No Names first, right?
Yeah, that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, I was wondering whatever happened to that. I completely forgot about that. But yeah, when I first met you, well, what we were talking about before on the camera was that he was pretty badass guy, man. When I first met him, we were actually waiting in line to get in, and he was the ticket guy.
Yeah, I was the doorman guy. The doorman.
The doorman, and he was just like, "Hey man, what's up? What's going on?" And me and my brother looked at each other. I was like, "Hey man, what's up?" And he's like, "What's going on, man? Thanks for coming in." And I'm just like, and after we walked in, and my brother looked at me, and I looked at him, and he was just like, "Did you know him?" I was like, "No, maybe. I don't know." I was like, "I know a lot of people. I just don't know." And ever since that moment, man, you've always just stuck. And I was just like, you're like, I know there's a lot of issues going on and all that, but on my Mount Rushmore of OGs that started this community, you're definitely on it.
That's what's up, man.
You're definitely on it. You know,
I like that.
Along with everybody, like I said, in my opinion and in my eyes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, everybody is different, but in my opinion, you're on that Mount Rushmore.
We'll stick with your opinion. You know what I mean?
we'll stick with it because it's on because it's on the podcast.
Yours is always going to be the reference.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, man, like I said, you're on the Mount Rushmore of the guys like started the cannabis community here in Houston, cannabis, weed, or however you want to fucking call it.
Yeah,
but
it's been around a long time. But yeah, I can say I've been dealing with it before it was what it is. I mean, you know, the inception of it being a popular thing to talk about, and I was along the foundation. I watched it happen. You know, because. Oh, you cats are young, you know. I'm 42, so I was seeing this maybe about 10 years ago as it first started because of the connectivity with social media and all that shit. So I jumped on it too. I was like, okay, let me get on this because I want to see all these people. I want to know because it's taboo to smoke weed in Texas. You know what I mean? It's a taboo thing. So, you know, people are like not trying to say, yeah, I get high. No one's trying to do that. And then back in the day, you'd have to just basically smell somebody or just know because of how they dress or something like that. And today it's easy to find out if somebody is a stoner. You know what I mean? And I like that. But
oh yeah, you know, in Texas it needs to catch up on that because
it will. It's all a matter of time.
And that's one thing why I started following you because you're really, really. I know about weed, but you know more into it in every aspect from it. You know, from the CBD to the actual weed itself.
Yeah, I try to be as educated as possible. I mean, I wouldn't say I know everything because there's always something to learn new every day, but I keep myself as versed as I can on it because I love marijuana. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just cannot say anything else. I mean, if you love a girl, you're going to know exactly how to touch her body, you know what I mean, and make her giggle or something. For marijuana, it's me. I want to know every little aspect of it, you know what I mean? And I want everyone else to know that too. That's the one thing. You know?
Yeah, that's one thing too. Is like the positivity of bringing it to people's light now because the stigmatism of it back in the day was, oh, you smoked it and you were sorry. There was a flyer, and because I remember people back in the day, especially being from the Mexican community, mira ese marihuana, you know, and you're just like, what?
Yeah.
Now that you're older and you're like, that I think was like a bad term towards us because it's like we weren't doing nothing. Like it was just.
It's always been propagandized as a negative thing. I mean, as far as I've been alive since before I was alive, it started. So is that, that's why it's that way. I mean, it just takes time. Like everything in time can fix itself. With more information, as connected as we are today with the social media and all these, everybody being able to talk to each other and listen to each other and actually learn off of each other, that's when the stigma that exists to it, it'll fade away, and it'll be in the history books. Oh, there was this time that,
Yeah.
you couldn't be caught smoking weed because it was a bad thing. And I mean, right now, I walk downtown, down the damn street, smoking weed. That shit wasn't before. You could not do that.
Hell no, you couldn't even smell like it without even getting.
Yeah, I sit in my car. I roll up weed now, and before, when I was younger, you could not do that. Someone passed by your car and saw that you were doing something like that. I promise you, police were gonna show up.
Oh yeah, because I remember telling my kids, I was like, because I was going through YouTube and I came across I don't know if you know that comedian Tom Segura.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the part where he talked about weed, he goes, "Oh, y'all motherfuckers won't know the struggles that we had to go through."
Yeah,
I mean, because when I showed my kids, because I was on my phone, I was like, "Look, y'all will never know about this experience." I know they're kind of young, but I was like, "Y'all will never know the struggle that we had to go through to get this stuff." It's weird.
It's good to get away from that. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's how can I say, nostalgic memory to talk about what you had to go through to get high back in the day.
3 hours.
I'm more happy with what's going on right now, where it's not as
discreet and all that.
It's
yeah.
not discreet. People aren't as discreet as they used to be, you know what I mean? And if they, because before I would walk around smelling like a pound always, because I smoke a lot. So I stink, like burned up.
Like how does B-Roll say? He goes, I don't think of it as smoking. He goes, I just think of it as I'm just taking my vitamins.
Yeah, right. Where someone would have their alcoholic drink on the regular in a day. That's the same for me with marijuana. You know what I mean?
Except for marijuana, it's a little bit more healthier.
Yeah, of course, because alcohol is absolute poison. But that's okay. That's
another story. But like I said, man, I know we got so into this. So, like I said, I brought you on because you're not just only a professional joint roller or blunt roller, but you're also a cannabis social influencer. I would say social media influencer.
Yeah, I guess I could agree to that because at first I didn't know that was what was happening, that I was influential. I was totally unaware of that. I was just being me, man. I'm just talking how I talk and expressing myself freely because there's no way to stop me from saying what I'm going to say on this thing. Like, I like to tell people that when I'm on social media and I'm recording myself talking, I'm looking at myself. So I'm going to say anything and everything that comes to my head because I don't see you. And I don't see none of your eyes on me. So I'm not going to feel like not offending you. In person, it's a whole different story. When we're together in person, I'm going to be as friendly as possible. That's why when I was doorman, everyone was my friend. And I wanted you to be welcome. I wanted you to want to be here again. The next time we had another one, I wanted you to think, damn, that was so badass to go to the door and this guy be so welcoming. I'm going to go to the next one and see what that shit's like. That's what I wanted to provide,
And it was because, you automatically brought in that atmosphere to everybody coming in. And then once we walked in, it was just like, boom.
Yeah.
It was like a movie. It was a fucking movie. I tell everybody that first one was like a movie.
Yeah, I know. It was a trip. And
it was because
I said, we got to just do it. That's when I remember talking to them and I'm saying, we got to just do this, man. Let's just do it. I'll be at the door. I'm a hype guy, man, because I like to love, I'm really loving. I got a sharp tongue, don't get me wrong, and I'll say some shit that'll put somebody
in their feelings.
In their feelings, unintentionally though. Let's keep that. I'll do it just because, I don't mind if someone tells me about me. Like, I don't mind that. If someone wants to come and tell me about me and what I'm doing and see how I am from their eyes, I would love that, And the whole time that I've been in this scene, I haven't yet to find somebody to come and do that. So for me, I'm like, I must be doing something good. Even with the sharpness of my tongue, saying the stuff that I say, I must be doing something good. continuously spreading positive and love and being an advocate or whatever you want to call it, you know what I mean, of marijuana, because that's the bottom line of why I push the way I do. It's for marijuana to not be looked at like a bad thing, you know what I mean? And there's still people that exist that look at it like, you are a piece of shit. You get high, you need to get the hell away from me. I don't want to know nothing about you, you know. And that's sad, man. It really is.
It is, because I remember I had went to I guess you say like a family get together a long time ago, and well, long time I'm using past tense, you know, long time ago, and I have a. Oh, you trying to move it or?
Nah, I got it.
Oh, okay, and oh no, and then I bought a vape device that's a bubbler. Yeah. So you can put like 2 carts in it or 1 cart, or you can do like 2 dab hits or 1 dab hit off of it. Mm-hmm. So I took it. Well, I mean, I took it because I was going to show, you know, some of my other relatives that were there because they smoke too. Mm-hmm. And I was letting them all hit it. And when we came inside, one of them just passed out. And then they were like, "Oh, it's because David gave him drugs." And they were like, "What? It's not even drug no more. Like it's like everybody like don't care about weed no more. Like who the fuck? Like come on."
It'll get to that. There's a wider array of people that are accepting to it today than there was even just 5 years ago.
Oh yeah, no, it's crazy because like you said, man. I mean, you came from it from an earlier standpoint. Yeah. And then you've seen it become to how it is now. Yeah, I seen it during a certain standpoint, and I seen it turn, you know, convert over just as well. You know, you've seen it longer. I've seen it too, but you're more amazed, and you know, it's kind of like you're more amazed at it than I am.
Yeah, in a sense, because I mean, a drug deal, dude, just to get a $10 amount of marijuana from somebody back in the day was hard. Shit. It was just some shit you could not imagine sometimes. Like,
I remember you just have to. I remember it would take like an hour just to get.
Yeah, I mean
a nickel.
It's like, what the hell's going on, bro? And then you get it, and it's got a bunch of seeds in it, or it's already broke down and shit. I'm like, what
all the shake and shit from back in the day.
Wow, bro, what the hell? I waited this long to get this shit. Well, fuck it. What choice do I got? I mean, smoke this motherfucker. I'm gonna smoke all of it, fucking seeds and all. Like, shit. We got to make it happen, you know.
That's how it was back then, man. And it's crazy because my long guys are here.
That's all good.
I knew they were gonna come, and I told my wife that watch. I said they're gonna come when I want to do the podcast, and they're cutting the line.
That's how it goes, man. Grass needs to be cut.
Oh my god. But anyway, this is so funny because I called it too. Yeah. So have you have you don't have to say any names or anything like that if you don't want to, but have you met anybody big wise while doing, you know, by promoting or collaborating with anybody?
Well, I've met a lot.
Or have you?
I've met a lot of people, and the time that I started, I guess I can say, promoting marijuana, because I don't really promote anybody unless they have something to do.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, you know, so like collaborating with someone. I mean,
I've been to a lot of different states. You know, I've taken myself to California, to Nevada, Florida, you know, and met a lot of different people. And I mean, I can't say anybody's. To me, I can't say anybody's really big because I know the basis of it. You want to get high, and you want to get high on something good. And, you know, I try to stick around people who I can see have the same eye as me about marijuana, plain and simple. And if you don't, then I really don't want to do nothing with you, you know. Like here in the social events that have been happening, my main reasoning was to be seen as the very part of the destigmatism. Yeah, I wanted to be seen in that. I wanted to be a part of that. That's why I was like, yeah, I'll be doorman. I'll stand up for hours the whole event and not even go into the event. I want to perpetuate the greatness that it brings. Marijuana brings greatness, man. I don't care. Alcohol does not bring anything great out of anybody. You know, tobacco, I wouldn't say it doesn't. It could probably chill somebody out and keep them from going nuts. But either way, marijuana is a cure-all for me. And for me, if I didn't have it, I would be intolerable as shit. So I wanted to make sure that whoever was going to show up to what we got going on, that has anything to do with marijuana was going to be happy when they walked in here, not thinking, oh shit, what do I got to do? Like, how do I ask about this? Or what do I, when you see me in the very beginning before you even walk in and I'm like, yo, what's up, bro? I mean, why wouldn't you have a good feeling to go in and see what's going on? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I wanted to be a part of that. And I did. I pushed myself there. I put myself there. I got in. And the people who saw me who matter in the same, basically matter in the same realm as wanting equally what I want out of it. You want the community. You want the people to know each other. You don't want any of the griminess or the beef that happens. You know what I mean? I mean, whatever, because, of course, whoever exists now, right, and might have a problem with me, but it's always because of my honesty. That's the thing. And I see through whatever grimy situation you might be trying to polish, and I see that it's a turd under, and I'm like, no, I don't like this shit. Like, what the fuck? I don't want to be part of this. Like, you motherfuckers are in it for the money, and marijuana shouldn't be for the money. I mean, we should be working toward the idea that everybody can have weed for free.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's what I feel like. But with the society we live in, you got to pay your bills. I mean, you got fucking house payment and all kinds of shit. So to make quick money off of something that's always needing to be available, that I see the attraction in that. I see it, and you can't fight that. That's the thing, because you can't sell.
What is it? Check and balances or something?
Yeah,
like that?
You can't sell burgers like you sell marijuana. You just can't. Okay, and so that's why I have the bad feeling. Or how can I call it bad feeling? I wouldn't say bad feeling. I have that negative connotation to someone who comes into the cannabis scene to get rich or to make money.
You can,
know what I mean? Like, you
can see their, how can I put it? Like, almost, I don't want to say like aura, but you can see their
intentions.
You can feel their vibe.
Yeah,
basically.
And I'm like, no, you're here because you know that you can make money off of this. That's not what I do. I've been selling weed since I was freaking 18 years old, and I'm not rich off of it, because what I'm trying to do by selling it is get to someone who didn't know that something this good was out there, and they're like, oh shit, man, let me continue my journey with this clarity. You know what I mean? Not, oh, okay, I'm just gonna buy whatever you got available, bro. Whatever, the cheapest you got. Like, no, fuck that shit. Like, it should be free. It should come out to where by the time I'm 80, weed is free, bro. Nobody should be having to pay for marijuana. That's how it should be. You know what I mean? And I know goddamn well it probably won't be. It'll be way after I'm gone that something like that could even be thought of or fathomed because of the social structure that we live in, you know? But that's me. That's what I push for. I want everybody to know, it's here. Yes, of course, you got to pay for it because the way we're doing it, but it shouldn't be an arm and a leg to get something good and feel what marijuana really does for you, not just to you.
What's your take between marijuana and like Delta 8, 9, HHC?
I mean, it's all good, really. I don't really know fully how they do all that other stuff to extract. And for me, I mean, if it's confusing,
and CBD. I forgot about CBD.
I mean, for me, if it's confusing in order to get it to be something for me to consume, then it's not safe. Like, that's just how. I mean, if I couldn't just do the same thing you did at my house to make a cart or to make HHC or whatever they've come out with, if I can't just do that at my house, then it more than likely isn't safe. And
man, I
don't want to consume that. Like, I
had tried a Delta 9 cart, and I don't know that shit.
I believe you, it fucked you up. But for me, I won't smoke any carts. I don't do any kind of real concentrates unless I know for sure, how they extracted it and how they got it to where it is, because I can't always, a lot of that shit you can't just do at your house, dude. You can't you can't just get a couple of things in your house and make dabs, bro. You can't do that. And so for me, it's like, I think I'll just stick with flour. You know what I mean? I'll just stick with the flour, man. The basic. Yeah,
no, like with me, like, I like both. I love both. But to me, I feel like, for me, if I get flour, if I do flour, it's gonna be to the, like a reward.
Yeah, I get it.
Everything else I did do like as I'm taking vitamins, just normal daily basis, because it comes and goes easy.
Yeah, I get that.
But there was something else I want to ask you. But Sarge, how would you describe it to people on like who are dealing with the I'm trying to think. In your view, in your background in the military, I know there's a lot of vets that do advocate for it. Have you ever talked to any of those guys?
No, I've stayed away from that facet of.
No, I was just asking because
in all honesty, I was in the military to get away from trouble. I joined the military because I was an American kid, bro. I was born and raised in Houston, Texas, and acting a damn fool in the streets of Houston, and you get into some trouble. And instead of going to jail, I said, well, maybe if I join the military, I won't keep getting in trouble. And why not serve my country that I live in, right? That's how I felt about it. And I did it, and I got about 3.5 years in and started learning shit that I didn't like,
Oh, I mean, I wasn't trying to get too into detail. I mean, if it's a personal subject,
marijuana advocation for me through the military is kind of silly. Just because in the federal eye, they'll crucify you for marijuana. You know what I mean? So how is it that you have military advocates and the government frowns upon it? It just makes no sense to me. So that's why I kind of stayed away from that.
Oh, okay.
I didn't try to. I mean, even though I'm a veteran, I still. I don't.
No, it's cool. Like I said, I was just asking. Maybe I was asking if maybe you collaborated with somebody. I wasn't trying to get into detail because I don't know if it was a touch.
I stayed away from it. Honestly,
a subject that you want to stay away from.
Yeah,
that's why like that. I didn't want to make it uncomfortable.
It's all good. I'm not uncomfortable.
Okay,
I'm an open book, man.
Yeah, no, like I said, I was just saying. I was going to ask you something else. I keep forgetting because I get nervous and questions run out of my head.
It's all good.
So of course my wife, she's out there, she's behind the camera, she's everything. So there's a little secret that these two, I didn't know, but they're both also Trojan alumni.
Oh yeah, Trojans. Trojans, South Houston High School. So we Sohos.
We Sohos. I'm a next hoe from Soho. No man, but from I'm trying to think from. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what to say. It's gonna be like dead space right now because I'm so blanked out.
It's all good.
All right. So to get something going. So what can you tell me about the shirt? Who make these?
This shirt.
There we go.
Is from a homeboy here in Houston, Texas. Durf Designs. It's a play on the X-Men, the X-Men, the 90s model, the 90s version of the X-Men. And, man, my homeboy, he makes a bunch of cool stuff like that. And look him up on Instagram, follow him, tell him OG sent you, man. Buy a bunch of his shit because it's fucking fire. He makes a lot of cool stuff. He just came out with some enamel pins. And it's Houston themed. Everything he does is Houston themed. With comics, because he's a big comic guy. So,
do you plan on doing any merch yourself?
One day, yeah. I mean, I'm kind of I'm a perfectionist in a sense when it comes to something that someone's gonna have for a long time. So I don't want to just jump with the first person that comes along to make something for me that someone's gonna keep forever. Because I want to be able to be 80 and someone show up in a looking ass shirt and be like, look, bro, your shirt's still good. You know what I mean? So I've kind of been just holding off, and I buy shit from all kinds of people that I feel like would make my stuff awesome. So, I have my list of people who I'm looking at to make something for me. You know what I mean? But no, I haven't had any merch. Like the closest thing to merch was when you got a pre-roll from me, you could keep the sticker. The sticker was removable from the tube, so you can stick it wherever.
I know, man. I remember always trying to get one from you from back in the day, and you were just always on the grind too. And I'm like, man, you know what? I'm just never get a chance. I get a chance.
It was good when I first started. It was really good. I was kind of the first of my kind, and There were probably other ones, but I didn't know of them. So I feel like I was the first of my kind in Houston to make pre-rolls and sell them. You know, I was working with someone who had a daiquiri spot, and I was able to sell them on the shelf there. CBD, of course, but, you know, if you bought a CBD one and you contacted me, you can get your THC version, you know what I mean? But...
Hypothetically.
Yeah. The legal THC, you know, everything within parameters and within law.
Within the law.
Yeah, but it went good. You know, since I had my own exploits of being in Nevada and California and Florida and all these different states, I had all these people who were already following me and watching me what I was doing. And then so when I started selling my pre-rolls as online or whatever, you know, these people from these states were asking me for some, and I was like, wow, this is nuts. Like, I couldn't imagine that how it was going to play out. Like, I thought, I'm only going to be known in Houston. You know, how is little old me going to get nationwide, so to say, you know? But it happened, and I was just like, wow.
I know that's there's some people who I follow, and they go to places that, like, I dream of going. Like, well, me and her dream of going. Like, we dream of going to Cali. I never been to Cali.
Oh, wow.
So me and her, well, she hasn't either. So we dream of going to Cali. And there's some people on the Instagram, and they're always posting, you know, they're in Cali or Oregon or whatever, New York, whatever. And I'm just like, man, I never been. I was like, I never been, but one day. Well, I've been to New York once, but that was for something else. But she's never been. Yeah. And what? No, you've been to Mexico.
Somewhere. Yeah,
we went to Mexico.
Somewhere. That's for sure. Yeah. It'll happen. I'm still young, man. Shit, come on.
And 36. I feel like I'm 56.
You good? Shit, you gonna make it? What was the first time I had went to Vegas? I was I can't remember how old I was, but I hadn't been to Vegas all my life, and I went in 2019 for the first time ever.
Have you been back ever since?
Oh yeah, several times.
How is it compared to then to now?
I mean, when I first got there, when I first went, it was right before COVID, you know, so everything was still kind of cool, you know. Nobody was having no freakouts. Nobody was worried about germs and shit like that.
It's so weird.
It was a blast. I ain't gonna lie. I'm glad that I got to go when I did and experience it like that. Yeah, the last bastion of what really
normal
was. Yeah, normalcy. You know, because what is normalcy now? Like, golly, everything's ass backwards, upside down. But
the other day we were driving, and I seen these two people wearing masks in the car, and I'm just like,
yeah, it's pretty wild, bro. I mean,
y'all are doing the most stupidest thing ever.
I mean, the thing about it, you can't change a person's belief.
Oh, no.
You can't. Yeah, when they believe something, you can't change that. If they have an idea, you can influence that idea, but their belief is way difficult to change, you know? I mean, so that's why we've seen a lot of what we've seen in the past couple of years with people believing certain things that they're told, you know, because a lot of people will believe what they're told and not try to figure out anything on their own. And I'm not like that. I like to give information to everybody as, you know, as abundantly as possible, as, you know, as clear as possible, you know, honestly, and even if it makes me look bad to tell you something truthful, I'm still going to do it, you know, like, so anyway, I don't know how we got there, but yeah, in Vegas.
That's what I was saying. Like, this is what this is all about, man. I don't care if you want to talk and start veering off. I don't care. I'll catch on with you.
Yeah, it was dope in Vegas the first time I went because I went for the Adult Video Awards. Man, I tell you what, bro.
If I was single, if I was single.
I mean, I'm a big pervert, bro. So
there were more perverts than you.
There was one that made me feel like I was
like a normal,
shy.
You were normal.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit, bro. I thought I was bad, man. These dudes are what the fuck, you know. But it felt cool to be around all those kinds of people and see all the shit that I saw. Because golly, man, never in my life did I imagine I would be in a room with more than 100 half naked women. Just chilling, bro. Just walking around, titties hanging, ass jiggling. Jesus Christ, that shit was nuts. Like, and it not be a strip club, you know what I mean? And I could talk to them, and I don't got to give them no money to talk to them too. That shit was wild, you know. So yeah, I had a lot of fun.
That was crazy.
The second time I went to Vegas was kind of shitty. I had fun, I ain't gonna lie, but it was COVID full effect, you know what I mean? Damn near. So. It was a goddamn ghost town. This shit wasn't going on.
Have you gone to Mexico?
No.
Anytime?
No.
You haven't?
I think the last time I went to Mexico, I was 8 years old.
Motherfucker. We went, well, because I have a lot of family in Matamoros.
Yeah.
And we went, a little bit, like 2 years ago. Yeah. So it was like still kind of like COVID time, whatever. Yeah. And over here, we weren't wearing masks no more. They were like, all right, it's kind of cool. And over there, man, and it was hot. And they made you wear.
Shit, I'm good with that.
Yeah, only when you went into the store. But even though there were some stores that were, even though they were outside, you still had to have on a mask. I was like, fuck this. I was like, I'm not even going to come in this store no more. I'm like, forget it.
Man, yeah.
But
I'm just glad it's not as wild as it was. I'm glad that people are chilling now. I mean, there's still the wackies out there that are holding true to what they believe in, which is pretty nuts. But, I mean, it is what it is. Like, I mean, I went the whole time of COVID, it didn't catch it once, and
we caught it.
We caught it everywhere. I mean, I went everywhere during. I didn't quarantine. What the fuck you talking about? I was everywhere. Like,
man, we got it, and I'm not gonna lie, my body. It's just your body just felt run down.
That's nuts. I mean, I must be real healthy because of all the weed I smoke or something. Cause
well, at first they're saying, "Oh, you smoke weed, then you're not gonna get it. So apparently it's gonna be, it's healthy." And then now they're saying, "Well, if you smoke weed, it's gonna develop lung problems." It's like,
well, I have no problems with my lungs at all right now. So, and thank God I didn't catch it at all, and it didn't do nothing to me. So I was good. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I had to experience a lot of shit like everybody else. You got to go through all these weird rules that just all of a sudden came out of nowhere. But I mean, other than that, I made it through.
Oh yeah, man.
I'm good here. I'm glad that it's not as wacky as it was. I'm just glad for that because I like to go to stores. I mean, I like to visit places. I like to go out in the city and see people.
It's crazy because when that happened, a lot of people went ape shit. They went
ghost or they went nuts. Like they just lost their fucking mind.
And it showed you who was literally the strongest people.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, but it was weird. It's still. I'm messing with them making noise. Sorry about that. No, but it was weird because it's like the last few years, man. A lot of things have changed, and we're just still trying to
figure out what's really going on. Like that, me too. Because I'm just like, what the fuck is really going on?
It's like watching a movie and then it ended and going, what?
Yeah, like wait, did I see that? Like, is that what happened?
It's like, I don't know. Why are there 4 things going on in one movie? Why? There's a movie like that we've seen a while back, but I can't remember what.
Crash is like that, right? What is Crash? Yeah, I think that's what it's called. That movie. It's like that. It has 4 different stories going on.
Is it that Netflix series?
And they're all connected. No.
Oh no.
It's a movie. Is it Crash? It is Crash. That's what it's called. It has Don Cheadle in it. It has Brendan Fraser. It has Sandra Bullock. It has fucking Ludacris in it. Yeah, it has.
I have to check the movie out.
Yeah, Lorenz Tate. I mean, it has a bunch of people in it. Like,
so do you like? I'm trying to think. What's your take on history?
History? Oh man, I don't even know. I'm no buff of history, and I mean, I like to think about what's going to happen the next day. I try not to live in the past as best as possible, which is not always easy, but
no, I mean like conspiracy history theories and shit like that or whatever.
Yeah, a lot of shit that's been going on. It's known when you hear somebody saying some wild shit that kind of doesn't make sense. It's usually on point. I mean, that's what I've learned about history. You know what I mean? Because shit. What's that?
Oh, hold on.
Oh yeah.
The what story? Hold on, the lawnmower guy.
No. Yeah, I do. On my Instagram, if you follow my Instagram, Originally G, not Originally OG1, which is my Instagram for the pre-rolls and for my services that I offer. Okay.
Okay.
But on Originally G, I'm I'm pretty out there on my page. Like I don't hold back for shit. Like I say a lot of stuff.
A lot of your videos get like blocked.
Shit gets blocked. Yeah, it gets taken down. I mean, Instagram already has it to where they don't even tell me shit about some of the stuff they take down. They just take it down, bro. You know,
my dog.
Yeah,
she's in like every video now. She's coming in like every video. I was telling my wife, man. I'm like, she's coming in like every video. But man, I'm gonna tell you some. So how's the area changed compared to when you used to come back down this area?
Oh man, out here in Sagemont, it's different, but it's always kind of the same vibe, you know. People are older; they're trying to keep to themselves and shit. Like on the south side of town is pretty wild, though. I mean, it's chilled out in the years, but.
So, what's the wildest thing that you've experienced from your time in the game?
In this game and like the marijuana game?
Yeah.
Just the fact that people sell bullshit for, you know, and they hype it up and they try to disguise it, and so they take your money, and once you get home and you open it, you see, oh damn, that's the wildest shit, and that happens on the regular.
Man, I remember seeing a video where that dude had like all those Gary Payton things, and he opened them up, and it was just
popcorn.
No, it was Beanie Weenies.
Oh my god, there was one where there was popcorn. Yeah, man, dude got burned for a whole what was it, like a half ounce of popcorn, bro. that's the wildest shit that I mean, golly, like I don't even know how to talk about that. That's just nuts to me. I mean, marijuana. I mean, that's the thing that I'm saying. Like, people make money off of it, and they know that there's money to be made off of it. Yeah, and so they do some fuck shit. They do some fuckboy shit to try to make some money. You know what I mean? And that's why it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way at all, man. It should be easily attainable. You know, it should not be a bunch of technical shit to get marijuana, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it should not be that damn hard.
I know I'm laughing at the fact of everything you're saying, but also that the long guys are here. No, you're good. But man, it's just crazy because I know there's a lot of I'm trying to steer away from those conversations.
What? Go ahead, man. Don't be shy. Believe me.
No, about the between of how everything is now until and like how everybody's trying to get it.
Yeah,
from
from what it started, of course, it was infancy, the infancy of the game, basically, like the social scene of marijuana. It was all new, and so you didn't really know what to expect. No one knew what to expect. We just knew that people want weed, and we're going to try to bring it to them, right? And so, making it easily accessible was one of my ideas. Because why would you want to have to charge someone to come in and buy something? Like, that shit's nuts. So, did it stay that way? No. Why? Because I'm not out there no more. So any event you go to, you got to pay a door fee, which is fucking crazy. That's a money grab, I mean, how is that not money grab? Oh, because we got to pay for the location. Well, get a location that you don't got to pay for, or get a location that you can use for the night that... I mean, they don't, but then it's hard to do that because why? We live in the social structure of you got to pay bills and this shit, nothing's for free. So, and it's really hard to do that, And I mean, me personally, I'm trying, behind the scenes, I'm trying to make my own place that no one has to pay to get into. And, you pay, if you're a vendor, you pay a regular fee to be there on a regular basis, and it's easily accessible for everyone to get to. And safe at that.
Yeah, 'cause I know at one point, well, I don't know. Well, maybe I still want to later on, if it ever happens, when it does get accepted and everybody can open up a dispensary or whatever. Before I watched your video when you were breaking it all down of owning one, I was like, "Fuck that, never mind."
Yeah, it's a lot of shit, man.
Yeah, and I was just like,
but it's on purpose. That's the thing, and that's why there's more people out there trying to make money on it than there are trying to just get it into everybody's hands like I am,
Yeah. I mean, because, of course, we wanted to open up our own dispensary and, and then grow. Well, I don't know how to grow any of that.
Yeah.
I don't have a green thumb for that, but I have family members and friends that do, and I had talked to a few of them, and they were like, "Man, it'd be cool. Maybe we all get together and we'll do everything in house and da da da." But when I started watching your video, I was like, "I'm broke as it is. I'm good."
Yeah, it's a motherfucker. I mean, that you got to feel for the growers right now who are really doing it because, in a sense, when it gets to too much money, then you just have to fucking sell a bad product. That's the problem. You know what I mean? Like, and it's not that they're doing it intentionally. Some of these people, there's some that are. Okay, don't get me wrong, but the ones that are trying to make something for themselves from scratch, that they got to pay a lot of shit, man. It's a lot of shit. You got to pay for the electricity. You got to pay to have clean water. You got to have the time. You know what I mean? So it's a lot to it. So when you're able to grow really fast and make a bunch that's low quality and make the money on it, that's usually kind of, some people use that as a step to get better. But some people see it as, damn, I made this much money this fast. Let me make it happen again and again and again. And it doesn't matter what the person's getting to them. It just matters that the money's coming in. You know what I mean? And so, the growers that are trying to be passionate in the game and trying to get, this small batch stuff out there, I got to commend them because it is expensive, man, to keep even just a small grow set up.
Man, I know some people who are growing a small shit and it's expensive, and I'm just like,
and it's on purpose, dude. It's on purpose, man.
Like, to me, that shit looks hard. To me, that looks hard as hell to grow.
The only hard thing about it is making the money off of it to keep it going. That's
like for instance, for someone doing it, like growing their own.
Yeah.
And just doing it on, like basically just growing their own and smoking it, for their personal self.
Yeah, that's cool. That's easy to do. But
that shit sounds hard to me.
Hell no, it's easy to do. They got setups right now that you can buy fucking $1,000 a setup, and it'll grow the whole plant from seed to bud in there, and you don't really have to fuck with it at all. You just keep an eye on it. You know what I mean? It'll do it all.
Man, it tripped me out because I always wondered how they got purple. How always because that was the thing.
Yeah, let's let people in on a secret with that.
Now, I know now, but he's gonna educate people.
It's temperature. You can get any bud to be purple. Any plant you grow, marijuana plant, you can make the buds purple. How do you do that? You keep the temperature that the plants are growing in at a consistent level under 60 degrees. Okay, if it's cool and humid when they grow, the buds more than likely are going to come out purple. Why? Because that's just how weed is. I'm not a scientist, but I've seen firsthand what happened. How it works.
Isn't it like you're suffocating it kind of in a way?
And I wouldn't. I don't want to put any information on it because I don't know exactly. So I don't want to be wrong about what I say. But I know for sure because of my own trials of growing. Keep it under 60, you're gonna get purple buds.
Oh, okay.
No matter what.
Well, yeah, because
even with the brightest lights, with all the spectrums, UV spectrums, you keep it under 60 in there. You keep it nice and cool with the right humidity
and the right music.
Yeah,
that one tripped me out too when I found out. Oh, well, they got to listen to this kind of music and then this kind of music. I'm just like,
any plant is like that. That's the thing. Marijuana is the most miracle, awesome plant. I feel like it's an alien on this planet, just like we are. No bullshit, because it does everything imaginable. And the people long ass time ago, before we were even born, found this out somehow because someone had wrote it down or someone had put it down and had all that information. And when they found out that it was basically a cure-all, and if you cure something, you can't keep making money off of it. You understand what I'm saying? And that's our social structure right now. We need to make money. Every business that exists right now, no matter what, they can't make the same amount of money every year. That's unacceptable. They have to make more money each year. That's why you see people getting laid off. That's why you see cuts happening. That's why you see locations closing down. Why? Because each year they're trying to make more money than the last year. And that's just a failed system. Why couldn't it be you make the same amount of money that pays everything and pays everybody every year? At least for 10 years straight, You know what I mean? But no, these guys, no, we gotta get every business that's a conglomerate business makes more money each year, and that is a fail. It's gonna crash one day. We're gonna come to a head, and it's gonna crash, and we're not gonna know what the fuck to do then, because where's the money going? Only a few people have it, and do they want to give it up? No. Why? Because people, they feel like, I don't want to help you work for your shit. Get up, go work, and get a job, and do some shit. Like, man, that doesn't work if you don't pay me enough. You know what I'm saying? How am I going to get up and work if you're still making money off of me, more money than I could make in the time to just live the months that it took me to work?
I know it's crazy, it's insane, like how everything's starting to like unfold, and we're starting to see stuff now. We're just like,
the reality setting in of how capitalism just doesn't work. I mean, they propagandized your mom and dad, my mom and dad, to think that communism was bad, which in some senses it is, because some communists do some crazy shit to their people. But when you use communism in the right fashion, everyone is okay, but they don't want you to know that, and they don't want you to think that way, because capitalism is what's in charge right now, to make money. To work to make money. You need to work to make money for you to pay this bill, so I can make money because you paid that bill. It's a vicious cycle, bro.
Yeah, because it was something that said that, like, they're like, that loaf of bread that you bought from the store got taxed 5 times before you even touched it.
Yeah. Just like gas.
Yeah.
I mean, just like gas in our cars. The gas is taxed so many times, from the point of it becoming gas to the point of getting into your car. It's ridiculous. You're paying almost 75% tax on top of whatever gallon of gas. So you could get it at 89 cents, and everyone could be happy and have enough gas to get everywhere they need to. But is that so? No, because the tax is nuts, man. It'll come to a head. When? Who knows? But I mean, you can't keep working like that and expect the shit to pan out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, just like someone had told me earlier, because COVID shut down the world. Everything in the fucking world was closed. Migrant workers here in America, immigrants and stuff like that, they were taken the fuck away. They were taken away from jobs that no regular American wants to do at all. I don't want to go pick no fucking strawberries or fucking pull bananas or cut bananas and make bunches of bananas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean that's just being real. And all the people that do, they rounded them all up during COVID and sent them away or imprisoned them. Okay, and so now that everything's trying to get back in order, they're not letting new immigrants come in to fill these jobs. They're keeping the border shut because they made walls, and they made all these laws and Kids who are showing up right now, 16, 2 years, they could be in the workforce, but are they? No, they're in a cage somewhere at the border. Like, it's just fucking nuts, bro. It makes no sense. So it's going to come to a head. When? Who knows? You can't keep working in this cycle and think that it's all going to be fine. Like, it's just
because that, and then also like now that we're able to. I mean, unfortunately, capitalism is bad, like you said, in a sense, but at the exact same time, It is what it is. It is what it is.
Get away from it.
It has to
break. It has to break before it can change. It has to break.
And what's crazy is that, I mean, like I said, regardless, is even though it's bad, like, damn, I just had it in my head and it just went.
That's why they call it dope.
I know. God. No, I've been like that for a minute.
That's all good.
Nah, I can't think of what I was thinking of no more. God damn it.
That's all good.
But man, like, that was one thing I wanted to bring you on here too, is to inform people on not just to look out for the bad, but also the good things and the positive things of not just the plant and of not just of it as, I don't want to say business, but as of a I guess business point. I was trying to say without saying business.
Oh, that's not good.
And everything. That's why I wanted you. That's why I'm trying to reach out to a lot of people in the community here with it, to bring it out to a positive light to people, so they can see, because there's still a lot of people who are still misinformed.
Oh yeah,
there's still a lot of people who are misinformed. There's still a lot of people who still think that it's still the devil's lettuce.
Oh yeah,
and
not only are they misinformed about what it could do or what it is, what's good for. But they're misinformed when they do finally come on board to be, a cannabis consumer, and they're getting cannabis that it's not really worth consuming. But they don't know no better because they didn't know before. So they're new into going out to these events where these people are hyping up what they got, and they get in it, and it's not as quality as it should be, because the person who gave it to you is trying to make money on it. They're not trying to get you what could help you.
Let me ask you this. I've gotten some stuff that's been super fluffy, smelled great, but smoked like crap. And then there's been some shit that's been brown and hard, look like crap, but
it smokes beautifully. Yeah. I know, it's nuts, right? I don't know how to explain that because I've experienced that hundreds of times in my life.
Like, I had people be like, "Oh man, this shit's fucking." I'm like, "Man, bro, I don't care. I'm gonna I'm not gonna let it go. I might be burning my lungs, but I'm still gonna."
Yeah, smoke it.
And lately now I've been telling people, hey, if that shit looks dry, you might as well take a chance because sometimes they can just be the looks.
That's the other thing because the market is so saturated with everyone growing. These tax check pimps that come out with their tax checks from working a job for a year. They work the job for a year. They get their tax return because they got 2 kids or something. So they get hit with 10 racks, you know what I'm saying? And they decide, I don't want to fucking work at Chick-fil-A no more. I want to fucking grow weed. And they grow weed. And it don't take but 4 months to get a batch to come. If you do it right, it don't take but 4 months to get from seed basically to...
What, the seed to stem?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and then if you do what do you call it? Clones. If you do clones, it's less. It's even less time. 2.5 months, you can have fully budded plants. Is the bud proper? No, not always. But in looking at it, and an experienced eye is going to look at it and think, "Oh shit, this is ready," and they're going to trim that sucker, and they're going to dry it out, and they're going to put it in a Mylar bag, and they're going to sell it to whoever the fuck's going to buy it. And at the same time, they're going to fucking hype it up, talking about, "This is the fire, bro, because I got this seed from whatever the fuck, who knows," and all this bullshit. So it's hard to trust, even off sight, what good marijuana is. It really is. I mean, especially today.
Do you still find that in like the other other than here? Like, do you still see that like out of state at like other dispensaries and shit like that too?
Yeah.
So no matter what, it's gonna be there.
Yeah, no matter.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe it was just because of the
Texas,
black market.
No, hell no.
Or whatever.
The black market. I'm gonna be totally honest with you and tell you that the black market has the better weed.
Yeah. Well.
Okay. The legal market is trash. I mean, anywhere you go. And if it's good, you're going to have to pay your firstborn child, like, to get the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to pay out the nose to get the
Yeah, because, good. Like I said, I mean, like I said, I've never been to Cali, and I want to go to Cali. I want to go check out, like, I mean, I know it's a name, but,
yeah.
You know,
understand? It's just like going to Hollywood, bro, and seeing that Star Walk of Fame. Ain't nothing wrong with you.
Yeah, like, you know, I'm gonna go check out Cookies. I'm gonna go check out Dr. Green Thumbs and all that, you know. And I know I'm gonna be paying just for the brand name or whatever, but it's the experience.
Yeah,
you know,
the experience. So you can say you did it. And
yeah,
you can, and if you had a good experience with it, that's what you're gonna tell people.
Well, all I know is just hypothetically, I've had let's just say some Dr. Green Thumb products are. Hey, it's perfect.
That's good.
I've gotten to try some, so I just gotta say, but sure. Yeah, getting like I was so tripped when I got some, and I was just like, real Cali weed. It was just crazy though.
That's good. That's cool, man. I haven't even had any shit.
Really?
Yeah, man. I mean, my thing is, you know. Right now, I'm big on trying to get from legitimate Texas growers.
Yeah, I remember hearing you say.
I'm a Houston, Texas, born and raised, man. I'm a Texan through and through, no matter what, you know.
And, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I do support, you know, everybody here in Houston, here in Texas. I know on my table I do have, like, 2 California people. Well, that's because Be Real from Cypress Hill, you know, he's a legend in the game. This is his beer. And then E-Zone's Candle, they're from California, but I've had a good kind of like relationship with them. So
it's nice. I mean, I wouldn't say that.
I'm not. I mean, I just have it here
if I knew that I could find somebody in another state, like I'd been trying before, because that's why I went in 2019 to California and threw my 420 party, because I thought that I was getting a connection with a really good grower who was growing the type of bud that I like, that I know is quality, right? And I was doing all my shit with him and expecting to continue to do business with this person, but then I ended up getting scammed out of $6,000. You know what I mean? And you know, that's the sour part of the game. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, the dude still could have been providing me with weed, and we could have been making money together, and he could have been a Texas staple from California, but that didn't happen. And so from that, I'm like, I'm just not gonna go anywhere else.
So
I'm going to stay in Texas and try to find somebody in Texas that I know, because everybody has enough intelligence. Come on, bro. Like if you really want it, you
learn.
Get it. Yeah, you'll learn and you'll get it. And those people, they stand out to me. I can't help but find them. You know, I already know, a few of Texas growers that are growing.
So as of growers, are you talking about like, I mean, regardless of them getting seeds out of state or what, or
it really doesn't,
or how would you?
It really doesn't matter where you would get your seeds from. It's growing here and selling here that I'm trying to stick with. You know what I mean?
Okay. I get what you mean.
You can get some seeds from Oregon, but you brought them to Texas, and you know what I'm saying? And you grew it here in Texas, and me, Houston, Texas boy, came and bought it from you in Texas, and then I turned around and sold it to people in Texas.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm talking about.
Okay. I get what you mean.
I'm not saying that I wouldn't go get a Cali pack if I knew I can get a Cali pack for a good price and bring it to Texas and sell it as.
Well, yeah, no. I'm saying as growing wise. That's what I was asking.
As a grow, it's cool. I mean, if you got your seed, one seed from every legal state, and you grew them all here in Texas, that's Texas weed, dude.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Because that's what I was trying to figure out. Because I was just like, how, like.
Yeah, it's Texas weed.
I'm like, how are you gonna find like Texas? Yeah. Like, are you gonna have to go to like West Texas and go through like the mountains and find it? You're gonna go on your spirit journey,
right? For real, that would be nuts. But no, I mean,
no, but I get what you mean now.
It has been around for a long time, bro.
Oh yeah, it has.
We were born, and it's been in every fucking state since before we were born. And
it was medicine and jars.
I have not met the person yet, but I can guarantee that there's somebody here in Texas that has originated bud from Texas, never been from anywhere else. It was growing here. They kept it growing from here. It's been here since before they were born. So how could you say where you got it anywhere else if before you were born it was growing here? And that's Texas weed. And the seeds come from there, and they grow more plants, or the clones come from there and they grow more. There's somebody out there that exists like that in Texas. I know there is. I've not met them. And I don't know.
Let's see if this video get far enough to reach that person.
I'm telling you, they're out there, and I'm gonna find them, and then I can say, this shit is from Texas for sure, bro. This shit was grown in Texas 100 years ago.
You smoke it. Yeehaw! I put your motor back in your transmission. Whatever the Thunderbolt song. There you go. Yeehaw!
Woo! Hell yeah! So that's what I'm saying. That still exists, even if, if you went and got a bunch of seeds from California and you came to Texas and you grew them fucking plants up to buds, that's Texas bud, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, the seed came from California, okay, but I grew it here and it grew in Texas, and I sold it in Texas, and so
I get that now. Yeah. I understand because when a lot of people are like, oh, when you would talk about Texas weed and Oregon weed or Oregon weed, and I'm like, how are they? Like, I understand they're growing it, but are they getting it from one place and they're growing it everywhere else, or what? But
yeah, and that shit kind of irks me. Like, I understand everybody wants to have their own brand. I get that. I want my own brand, right?
Looking at it.
But be honest about your brand. Like, the thing that irks the shit out of me sometimes the most is when these guys, they print their own bags. They got on the bag printed Texas marijuana, basically. It has the state of Texas and it has the and it says TX on it, right? Okay. But they bought all of that shit from Florida. So it's not Texas. So put the Florida label on your bag, bro, because that's where it came from. I mean, that's just like me.
Florida grown, Texas sold.
Yeah. I mean,
do like that.
Be real. Like, what the fuck is be real about it? Like, you know, I mean, don't front. Don't be like, oh, this is Texas bud, only from Texas. Fuck, man. Just because you're the only guy in this area of Texas that buys from that Florida dude, that does not make it Texas weed, bro. That's Florida weed sold in Texas, okay? Let's be honest. That's the thing. Don't print your bag that says Houston, Texas bud, and the shit is from fucking Washington, bro. Like, no, that doesn't work. You know what I mean? That for me is, you're just lying now. You're lying, bro. Yeah, okay, maybe it's not that important, but if you were honest from the jump, I would feel better about getting something from you in a consistent level. You get what I mean?
Yeah. So, and also, what's your take on like, say, a persistent person?
A persistent person.
Like how do I put it? Like a seller, a vendor.
A vendor. I mean,
like, okay, I don't want to say vendor. How can I put it?
tell me.
Let's say, have you ever experienced someone being like persistent with you, like only buying from me and no one else, and da da da?
Oh yeah,
I hate that. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's for anything. That's for anything for me though.
It's 2023, dude. There's a fucking 1,000 burger joints. There's 1,000 pancake places. There's 1,000
podcasters.
Yeah, like it's a bunch of everything.
Yeah.
Bro. So I mean, if you decided that you only wanted to get from one spot, that's that person's decision. But bro, what would make me really hold loyal to you if there's 1,000 burger places and there's 1,000 pancake places, bro? Like, why would I really truly hold loyal to you if, especially, I showed up to your pancake spot and it's full of people and I can't sit down and I want pancakes right fucking now. So I'm going to go down the block and get pancakes from the other place. And you're going to be mad at me because I went and ate pancakes over there. Bitch, I was hungry. I didn't want to wait. You know what I mean? What is that? Like, that don't make no sense. The plug hopping, these motherfuckers call it. Shit is ridiculous. I feel like we live in a metropolitan city, dude. 100% fucking chance if I call you, you don't fucking got it, I'm going to the fucking next dude. You tell me I gotta wait 10 minutes and I only have 5 minutes to wait, I'm going to the next dude, bro. That's just plain and simple like that. There's no way around
that. Or was it the not, I want to say advertisement too. I guess it's advertisement because advertisement catches people.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I know I'm not posting my shit and advertising a lot, and I mean I understand, but I don't know. It was crazy because I remember, like, back in the day, like, plugs would get mad. Oh, why'd you go with that motherfucker?
Oh, yeah, bro.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
You weren't around.
Bro, you know what the craziest part is for me? The beef between people that they expect you to know about, but how the fuck would I know about that shit when I'm not up your ass. Like, I'm not following you like that, bro. Like, I'm following your page, but goddamn, you think I'm hanging on every fucking word you're saying? Like, that's nuts. I've posted because I used to go to the sessions, man. Come on, I was at the sessions all the time, and I would get shit from people, you know what I mean? And they would give me free shit, or I would buy shit from them. Then I go home, and I got a table full of things, and I'm fucking sitting there videoing all of it, and I'm tagging all of these people together on one video, and then they get the video, and they see that they're tagged with this person, and they're like, oh, bro, what the fuck you tagged me with that person? I don't fucking like that dude. Man, shut the fuck up. How the fuck is I'm supposed to know, bro? If it was that important to you, you know me. I'm here and I'm connected to everybody. Why? Because I'm the fucking door guy, bro. So how would I not know everybody? I'm going to get something from everybody because I'm the fucking door guy, bro. If you had a problem with someone and
XYZ.
Your problem was that great, then when you handed me my shit, knowing that I'm connected to everybody, then you should have said, hey, bro, when you post about this, make sure you don't tag me with nobody else. Just tag me by myself. If it was that important to you for you to come out of character and say, oh, bro, why'd you tag me with that person? What the fuck, man, fucking this shit? And I'm like, bro, get the fuck off the bullshit, bro.
I love everybody.
Like, I'm for everybody, dude. What the fuck are you talking about? Even motherfuckers that I don't like, dude, I'm for them. I'm gonna put the motherfucker in the video with some shit that I like, even if I don't like you. And I got it all at the same time. Y'all gonna get tagged together, bro. If the beef y'all got between each other has something to do with that, that is the craziest shit in my mind. Like, that
was a crazy time.
Yeah, and that was happening a lot in the beginning, like
very beginning.
I'm everybody, but I was in it, and I'm seeing everybody, bro.
Like same thing with like us. we're in it for everybody,
Yeah.
you know, to be everybody's voice and have everybody come on, and then and it was just like
shit's nuts, bro. So I'm like, bro, get off. If you got your little petty bullshit that you have a problem with that person, I don't need to be a part of it, and I'm not gonna hold up your beef with them because. What am I going to get out of it? Are you paying me? Hey, you want me to have some beef with somebody? Okay, you give me a check. I will have beef all day. What the fuck? I'll see them and I'll be like, hey, fuck you, man. I got paid to fucking talk shit to you, stupid bitch. You know
I'm a paid shit talker.
Yeah, I'm a paid shit talker, bitch. You better go away because I'm not going to stop, bitch, because I make money doing this shit.
You know what? I'm going to put that. I'm going to put that now on the bottom of your thing. Professional shit talker.
Yeah, hell yeah. Shit. I get paid for that shit, bro. Like,
professional paid shit talker.
Yeah, man. I mean, then I would hold up your beef. But, bro, come on. First, you give me the shit for free, and then you expect me to hold up some kind of fucking beef y'all got with some.
It's crazy. But, man, I was going to get, I caught something what you were saying. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, I want to get back to the whole growing and all that. Mm-hmm. What is something else that you can give a tip out there to someone that's trying to grow or that's stuck in something that you've always stuck with, or not stuck with, but that you've always hit that maybe can be a common for someone.
Right now, in this day and age, the first thing I would have to say to you is just don't tell nobody nothing. If you're gonna start doing something, don't talk about it, bro. Just be about it. Okay? If that takes you away from people, so be it. You know what I mean? Put all your effort into it and learn as much as you can about it if you're going to grow, or, you know, if you're going to do something like that. And try to make the best product. Don't start growing because I want to make money. That's just there's enough motherfucking people out there, bro. Be the one that comes into this game and totally flips it upside down with
have that mindset.
Yeah, like that's my
mindset with podcasting. It's like everybody who I start collaborating with, even if you're not in podcasting and like you're your own influ, you know, you're an influencer in another community, but in my eyes and how I say it, I said, hey, we're taking over.
Yeah,
we're in different communities, but we're taking over it our way. You know, that's what I tell everybody.
That's dope.
So
that's how you're supposed to feel about something that you want to get into. You know, it shouldn't be about money. Of course it is, because we live in America and you got to pay your bills, you know what I mean? You got to pay to eat and all this other shit. So that exists. But if you're really going to do it, be about it then. Be about it 100%. Don't tell nobody. Just do it, man. Ask questions, you know what I mean? Of course, learn as much as you can. But just keep it on the low, man. Keep it to yourself. Because right now, I mean, it's so easy to share everything with these fucking platforms and the phone. And, you know, it's not even a phone. Back when I was a kid, it was a fucking phone was not this. If I saw this at fucking 18, I would have been like, what the fuck is this? Like, are you kidding me? Like, that shit would have blown my mind. This is fucking from the future, bro. Like,
that's a computer already.
You know, so, yeah, like, bro, I mean, so don't tell nobody. Just do what you're doing, man.
Work like a ninja.
Yeah, work like a ninja behind the scenes. So when you come out, your product speaks for itself, and you ain't got to say shit. You ain't even got to be like me and be all saying all kind of, you know, intelligent shit to make shit sell, you know? You can just give it to somebody, they try it, and they're like, fuck, bro, I'm never going to plug hot, bro. I'm always going to buy from you, bro. You know what I mean? I'm always going to get you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So make that happen. That is what I'm waiting to see. I have yet to find somebody, I mean, I'm sure they exist, okay? Don't get offended if I don't know you. But I have yet to find somebody who's like that.
That loyal?
What they're doing.
Okay.
Even about any goddamn thing. Like, I haven't yet to find them be like, no, fuck this, bro. We're going to do it, and we're going to go all in, and no one's going to know until it's time to know.
That's what I was doing with this, man, because a part of me wanted to throw it out there, and a part of me was like, no,
Yeah.
hush.
Yeah.
No, it was weird. And now I was just like, you know what? I put a launch date and said, this is going to be my launch date. Boom. Started getting everything planning, and boom, launch date came. I was like, fuck it. I have no choice.
That's good.
And then I went out there with Dad Professor and Untrendy, and
yeah,
it was a badass time.
Those are two cool dudes. Right
those are two other dudes that I throw up there. Well, I mean, Dad Professor's been around. I know him a little bit longer, so he's up there on my Mount Rushmore people too.
That's cool.
With you, you know, and it was a good episode, and I've just been going ever since.
Yeah.
You know, and
that's good, man. You just keep it up, man. I feel like you're doing good.
I like watching you though, man. Every time you come on, I'm like, oh shit, what's going on now? What G gotta say now? Yeah, and there are times that I can't even see because it's blocked. I'm like,
I know, dude, that shit. And people tell me, bro, what the fuck? She won't load.
I'm like, man, I'm missing my daily novela of fucking of G.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
I'm like, man.
I can't lie, man. I'm real opinionated, man. I'm real vocal about what I got going on every day. Like that's just one thing about me that I can't hold back, man. And like I said, like when I'm on here talking about that shit, I don't see nobody, so I'm gonna say whatever. I don't think about your feelings because I can't see you. You know what I mean? And later, whenever someone hits me, sometimes I feel remorseful, and I'm like, oh, shit, man, maybe I shouldn't have said it like that. But it's like guilt is a motherfucker. Guilt will make a motherfucker do some funny shit, bro. Like, sometimes I have no clue who the fuck is going to get triggered by what I say, bro. And
it's crazy.
Be surprised than a motherfucker when they hit me up, and I'm like, damn, you, of all people, are mad about that? I didn't even... I
remember a few of those videos.
Oh, my God. I was just like, are you kidding me, dude?
I remember a few of those videos. I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Like, my inner, was it? Chismoso was trying to come out. I was like, no, I don't want to find out who. I'm going to be like, G, you're at it again, bro. Just,
I know. And I try to be real respectful, man. Like, I don't try to always call somebody's name out, but I will be real on point to the situation. So if you were around when the shit played out, and you're going to know what I'm talking about.
I like that. I know. So definitely. I know. That's why I'm veering away from certain subjects, and I'm not using certain terms if I'm veering off. That's why, same thing. But no, man. So, what is your take on what was it? The HB, the House bill that they're trying to pass? Well, that got shut down.
Man, let me put this on your show because I've said it on my story 1,000 times.
There you go. Come on, and this will get aired. I will not let this shit will go aired. Yeah, I know you had some issues, but this shit will go aired.
I mean, I'm all for legalization and all against it at the same time, man.
It's a double-edged sword. Yeah,
it's a sword with a sword for a handle, bro. That's how volatile this shit is. Like, I mean, on the one hand, we are in the golden age right now in Texas of marijuana because CBD is legal, all right? And a cop is not going to want to do anything in the metropolitan area to fuck with you if you just tell him this is CBD. That's it. That's all you got to do. And they're like, oh, fuck, man. Because all of what they need to do to figure it out, it's a lot of work. And so they're just going to let you the fuck go, bro. And so that's the golden age of what's going on right now. Like, we can have these events, and you got these events out here, and you got people with jars on tables, cars passing by, getting to see that shit here in Texas. That's like some of the first time that some of that shit's ever happened. And why is it happen? Why is it happening? Because of how gray all the laws are right now. And so it's gray, but that bitch is gold. Why? Because everybody's making money, and everybody can make some money real fast, real easily. That's why everybody's popping up with these events everywhere. There's all kinds of event coordinators out the fucking wazoo, so fucking many of them. That too many events are happening in a day now. And so it's like, yeah, it's cool because this is a big-ass city. With Houston and surrounding areas, we're at 6-point-something million people.
Damn, I didn't know that many.
Yes, it's so the money's out there, and the people are out there. Does everybody know? No, not yet. Not everybody knows about all of this shit yet. When they find out, do they still feel afraid to go? Yeah, because it's illegal. Hello, you know? So it's kind of cool because the people who know are out there having the time of their fucking life, making money, you know what I'm saying, selling bud, all out in the open, having these parties, getting to meet everybody, socializing, all this other good shit. When it gets legal, oh, man, let me tell you. It's not going to be as fine and fancy as it is right now. I mean, just look at alcohol. Can we get 10 cases of beer right now and set up a table on the corner and start selling alcohol? Fuck no.
Oh, no.
Within a couple of minutes, someone's going to pull up, whether it be a cop or somebody, and be like, do you got a license to do this? Do you got a permit?
It's just like with those Karens that be calling on them kids selling lemonade.
Selling lemonade, bro. So imagine what you do with fucking alcohol, bro. Like, get the fuck off the bullshit. And that's legal. cigarettes are legal, and you can't just pop up anywhere and start selling cigarettes on the fucking corner. You gotta have a permit. You gotta have a license. You gotta pay your taxes for that shit. You know what I mean? Same thing's gonna happen with marijuana when it becomes legalized. So all these silly dudes out there talking about, oh, it's gonna be so wonderful when it's legalized. That shit's gonna die as soon as it legalizes. Why? Because you don't got enough money to buy these permits. You don't got enough money to get this license. It's $500,000 to get a CBD license. CBD, okay? And there's motherfuckers that got shops still don't got a CBD license, and they're selling through the door all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? CBD and THC, pretty much anything. Why? Because the goddamn laws are so fucking great. But as soon as that shit is in black and white, and there's no way to refute, signed, sealed, approved, that stamp hits, the very first pop-up that happens is going to get raided.
So since you're talking about raiding, what do you think about what they keep doing to like Jungle Boys and all that?
That's just because them boys ain't paying what they pay. They needed to pay.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like, oh no, I'm asking
because
from
more than likely
someone who
what's
don't
happening.
know.
Yeah, more than likely what's happening with them is that they were told to pay something and they didn't pay it. So that's when the hammer comes down. Here in Houston, Texas, you can go to a game room and you can gamble and win a couple of $1,000s in a game room.
I haven't been yet.
Is that shit legal? Fuck no. But how do they keep it in operation? Because they pay the city, the licenses to have the games. They pay the city for the permits to have the games. They pay the police to not fucking show up and fuck with them. And that's how they keep going. You know what I mean? It's money. It's all money.
And they're everywhere. They're always popping up in little game rooms.
Oh yeah. Because some bitches in a week will make 120,000.
I've never been to one, but man, there's people who I know they say they make money
because there is so many old people in Houston getting Social Security checks. That's why the game rooms are as rampant as they are, because old people ain't got shit else to do if they're not taking
I've been wanting to go, but I don't know. I wanted to go to
I'll
that bingo place.
I go to plenty of them, believe me.
I wanted to go to that bingo one right there in Soho. Remember that old bingo place?
Yeah, that shit's closed now.
Yeah, they closed. It's now it's like a shopping center. I know some friend, one of my sisters.
Shit, we should start our own bingo.
There you go.
Stoner bingo.
Stoner bingo. Fucking. What number are we on? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you win? I don't. Let's start all over.
Let's start over. Hold on, let's start over.
Let's start all over. Put your cards away.
So, but thinking about it, that's crazy. But infused drinks and infused food,
Right? Shit, everybody be fucking stoned. Like, what number did you call? We have to repeat the number like 10 times and shit.
They be like that going. Like those motherfuckers over there in Seattle on fentanyl.
Oh my god, that shit's nuts, bro. I've seen too many of those videos. That shit's nuts, bro.
I follow those pages and I'm just like, I need to keep watching it, but it's just like,
yeah, that shit is wild, bro. It's just like, wow, that's damn.
So are you into do you follow any sports or not really?
No, I'm not a sports guy at all, really.
Not.
At all. Like, I know about sports. I know all about baseball, and I know all about football.
This guy's like, if it's anything about weed, it's more weed and baseball. Like, was it, what's his name? That guy, the football, Roy Williams?
Oh, yeah.
He has his own stuff out.
Yeah.
And I've been wanting to,
yeah.
Well, I mean, I know we're here, but.
No, it's all good. Shit. It's
no, I'm just saying, like, I've been wanting to try it, though, but I know it's.
Me too, shit. There's a bunch of shit in Cali that's come out lately that I've been wanting to try, but I haven't taken my ass out there yet, so.
I know there's a Cookies in Oklahoma.
Yeah, I saw that when that opened. That was a trip.
I was like,
man, that's dope.
I called because I remember one time they had posted, they were like, they were giving out the medical cards.
Yeah.
And I was like, if I'm about to stay, how can I get one? They're like, if you get a passport.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I'm like,
yeah, they have a compassionate use program here in Texas that if you didn't know about this, you just Google compassionate use program in Houston. They'll let you, and they'll give you a card that says that you're legally able to consume a certain amount of cannabis. You know what I mean?
So does that take away of you owning? Because I know if you get like a medical card, it takes away you owning a gun.
I don't know if that's how that's working right now. But I mean, if you already have a gun, it won't matter.
Oh, I was just wondering because I know they were saying that like if you own if you got a medical card and you are owning or something like that, yeah.
I know that.
And then that's why I think
I don't buy my guns from. I'm not allowed to have a gun because the FBI says no, you can't have guns, but I still have them. So I mean,
hypothetically, I'm not saying nothing on this.
Like I can't,
Theoretically,
yeah.
But no, I was asking because I know because a while back I know the governor of Florida he was like he goes if something about if you having to be on marijuana is a medical condition, then it's medical. You can own a gun and still be on marijuana. There's nothing wrong with it. He goes, it's not or whatever, or how you put it.
Yeah.
But I know right now he's dealing with shit on a whole other base. I'm not even trying to. Yeah. I'm just trying to reference that one thing.
I don't know.
And steer away from everything goes.
I don't know nothing about that. That's pretty trippy though to think about.
Yeah, that's why I just like.
Huh? Yeah, right. Alcohol, shaking drunk ass DUIs, motherfuckers can have guns.
Man, I used to work at a car dealership, over here 45, and there was a dude there that I knew that had like 13 DWIs.
Yeah, my stepfather was like that. My stepfather,
I
how
are you still driving?
Yeah,
how are you still
money,
here?
dude? Money.
Well, yeah.
I mean, my stepfather, he was a drunken ass fool, bro, and we would get pulled over pretty much every weekend coming from Galveston because he liked to fish. You know what I mean? The Galveston cops already fucking knew this dude. They saw his truck and they were like, "Oh, pull this motherfucker over. He's drunk."
Galveston cops in general are just bad.
You know what I mean? So, I knew a bunch of Galveston cops as a kid. They even had tried to take me away from my mom one time, shit. Because he's my stepdad. So they were like, "Oh, we're going to put you in foster care because your mom's not here. You just with this motherfucker." I was like, "Oh, shit. This is getting real." But yeah, my stepdad had several DUIs. I don't know if it was 13, but it was a lot of them, bro. Because this motherfucker was always at court. He's always talking about got to go to court or I got to pay this or all this other shit. But that fucker had a good job. So it didn't matter. I'm like, you got the money to pay for it? It doesn't fucking matter, bro. Like
I was just like,
crazy.
What the hell?
Yeah.
I was like, God.
Yeah, so you can have probably 20 of them, but as long as you pay for that shit, it doesn't.
I remember having to help this. I remember this guy paid me like $5 a long time. I was a kid. Yeah. He paid me like $5 to help him turn on his car.
Oh yeah, my homeboy was like that, dude. I'm like, bro, I'm not going with you, bro. I'm not going with you just to start your fucking car after you leave the bar, bro. No, bro, no.
I remember being at the apartment and remember it was this. I think it was a black dude. He was just like, "Hey, man, you want to make $5?" And me like a tonto, hell. Hey, man, just blow into this, man. It's because what it is that I brush my teeth and I use mouthwash, and I'm like,
it's like, why you bullshitting me, bro? Just give me the fucking money and let me blow.
I know. I was just like, bro, just tell me the truth. I'm
I'm supposed to arrest you. What you think? I'm gonna snitch you out? You'll be gone by the time.
I'm like,
goofy,
click.
Bro.
All right,
but
thanks.
that guilt is a motherfucker. Like I told you, bro. That guilt is a motherfucker. It'll make somebody say some weird shit, bro.
I was just like, I'm like. Bro, come on, really? Even I know what this means.
Yeah.
And then it's crazy though, man. But golly, it's crazy times. Crazy.
I'm just glad they can't do no shit like that with weed. They can't test you by blowing on. I'm just glad that don't exist.
Man, I remember when I got arrested. Okay, so a long time ago when I used to go to Matamoros when I was younger, I got detained.
Yeah.
I don't want to say arrested, but because we were all just detained because we were walking around the neighborhood. It was real late. And I remember they jumped off the truck and it just so happened they stopped us in front of my stepmom's mom's house. So I call her my abuela in front of there. So my cousin, she comes out from the top. She sees everything. So she makes everything. She explains the story later like worse than what it was. It was fucking ridiculous. But it was funny because the cop was just like, "Where y'all coming from?" And we're like, "We just came from a quince with, whatever." And he taking out my pocket. And I had cigarettes because I was like 16, over there you can buy cigarettes. So took out my cigarettes and I had this and this and that. He was just like, "Breathe on me, you blow my face." And I was just like, "What?" I'm like, "Why?" I guess it's maybe smell weed or smell alcohol or some shit. Yeah. And I was just like, "What?" I'm like, "Why?" And he got in my face. It was just like soap, like blow, supplement, supplement. And I just saw him go. I was like, "Motherfucker, you've told me to, so I'm gonna give it to you."
You asked for it, shit. That's nuts.
Yeah, it was crazy though, man. And
I've been to jail personally.
I've been there a few times. I've been
more than 10 times for marijuana here in Houston, Texas. More than 10 times.
I've been Well,
Like,
no, nothing for marijuana for
yeah,
me. Mine with other shit, but yeah.
I get pulled over because I'm smoking like a motherfucker, and I get pulled over and it smells like a goddamn pound in my car. Or I'm usually smoking, putting the joint out when the cops pull me over. You know what I'm saying? And as soon as they see that shit, they're like, "Get the fuck out." I've been arrested more than 10 times, like no bullshit, for marijuana alone.
I think now I know because like in that back then, man,
yeah, it was bad.
it was bad. You got caught with the fucking little
Yeah,
joint.
I got caught. Well, we were coming from I was coming from Kingsville because I got a house in Kingsville. So I was coming from Kingsville, cutting the grass out there, and I'm driving down, 59, and what I don't know what small town is. Fort Bend County. Motherfuckers were on the overpass watching people, and I was speeding, so they jumped off the overpass to get to me because I was speeding. But when they pulled me over, I smelled like weed. And I had a grinder, and I had no weed, but I had that grinder, and those motherfuckers arrested me for that grinder and took my fucking grinder, bro.
Golly.
In Fort Bend County, bro. Yeah, shit was nuts. I was like, golly. For a fucking grinder. They didn't have no weed in it. They didn't have shit.
Damn, I'm
It
still.
was the fucking grinder, bro. Just the grinder. Yeah.
I know he's telling me. I'm just like, what?
Yeah, fucking took me to jail, bro.
I remember
if
when
I didn't have my wife with me, they would have fucking impounded my car, bro. Luckily, they let her go because there wasn't shit else in the car.
I remember last year I was driving down 90.
Yeah.
And I seen the cops pull this dude, pull someone over, and I went to go do something, and it was not that long. And when I was coming back, he still had him pulled over. Man, that dude had like a bag.
Yeah.
The cop had him dump it out on the freeway, and I was just like,
man, I had bought a fucking quarter pound of weed, okay, and I was with my cousin, and I had waited all week to get this because it was supposed to be Christmas buzz before Dro was readily available, okay, so it's supposed to be like close to Dro, okay, and so I paid, $200 for this fucking quarter pound of Reggie. It's Reggie, mind you, okay?
from back in the day.
And, that was a crazy-ass amount to be paying for that kind of fucking weed, but the weed was bomb ass fuck. Like, I can't lie to you. So as soon as I got it, I didn't even hesitate. I told my cousin we were gonna drive back home. I said, no. I started rolling up some joints, I rolled up 4 fat dookie joints, you know what I'm saying? And we were smoking them motherfuckers, bro. Where we went to get it was far away, so we had a good little drive, and that's why we smoked them joints, By the time we get right there on Edgebrook, we were on Highway 3 and Edgebrook, okay? I'll never forget, and it was dusk. And, at that time, I still smoked cigarettes, too, so
Stomping grounds.
I was fucking lighting up a cigarette, coming down Highway 3, me and my cousin, and then we're turning on Edgebrook, and the cops jumped behind us, bro, because they were coming, toward us. And when we turned, they looked at us. There was 2 cops in the car. They looked at us. We were both smoking cigarettes. So they said, oh, these young fucks in a Cadillac, jump them. And they jumped through the tracks and got behind us. Mind you, we had just went to fucking McDonald's and bought a shitload of fucking food for my cousin's kids and all this other shit, right? And we had stopped at the grocery store to get some milk or some shit. They pull us over in front of the apartments, you know what I mean? I'm like, bro, I got this fucking big-ass bag of weed on me, dude. What in the fuck? You know what I'm saying? He's like, bro, fuck that. I got a bag of weed on me, too. And I got fucking warrants and all this other bullshit. And I'm like, oh, my God. So fucking they pull me out, Mind you, I used to wear huge pants with big-ass pockets. So the quarter pound fit in my pocket.
Them old Jinko jeans.
I had fucking big-ass pocket with the fucking...
Them old Jinko jeans.
So the fucking quarter pound was in my pocket, right? And so they kicked us out of the motherfucking car, you know what I'm saying? And, they looked where I was sitting at. They put us in handcuffs because he didn't have a driver's license, and I don't have my fucking ID on me, right? So they're already going to arrest us for that shit. But then, they smelled the weed because we were smoking like a motherfucker. Then... the dude was like, the cop was like, you got anything on you? I said, I have a bag of weed. And just like that, he was like, oh, where's it at? And I said, it's in my front right pocket. And, mind you, I had my handcuffs on. I had handcuffs on already. So he's like, there's nothing going to stick me. I said, no. So he sticks his hand in my pocket and pulls out that big-ass fucking bag. He was like, what the fuck? And he's like, look at this fucking bag of weed this dude has. He told all the other cops, They were like, God damn, what the fuck? It was in his pocket, Thank God that the weed was... they arrested me for that weed, right?
Yeah.
But thank God that when I got the shit, it was so good that I smoked all those joints, and it was just under a QP, what they caught me with. So I didn't get a felony. I got a Class A misdemeanor.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, that shit was nuts, though. Big-ass fucking bag of weed.
Silent my watch. Oh, man, that was crazy. I'm still tripping about the fucking grinder.
Bro, arrested in Fort Bend County
for a grinder.
Should even have no residue, no nothing in it, bro.
Was it a brand new grinder?
It was used.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, it was the grinder, and it was used. It didn't have shit in it because I had already smoked it all.
Yeah,
it was the grinder, and they were like, "You're under arrest."
I'm always scared to drive through coming because when you go down there through the valley, they don't play down there, man. Them cops, any of them, refugio.
One time, okay, the last story I got, man. We came from Kingsville, right? I was out there cutting the grass, and
refugio's bad too.
I was fucking smoking in my car. It was a brand new car, and the house, the house didn't have electricity on, so I don't have no AC. So we're chilling in the car smoking, and then we're driving back. I don't have no fucking more weed on me because I was like, we got to go through one of the checkpoints the way we're going back, right? And so I get to the checkpoint, bro. And I roll the window down, and the dude goes, "Pull over to the side." Yeah, just like that. And I was like, oh, shit. Because it smelled like a fucking pound. It smelled like I had fucking raw weed in my car because I had smoked the hell out that hoe, and it was a brand new car, so it, like, sticks in there real good. You know what I'm saying? So we pull over to the side. He's like, your car reeks of marijuana. All crazy to me, he tells me. And I was like, oh, yeah, no, man. I was in the valley with my cousins, and they don't have AC, so we were sitting in my car smoking, and that's why it smells like that, sir. And he's like, open the trunk. You know what I'm saying? And so I opened the trunk, and mind you, I was with my wife, and I had my 2 kids in the back, you know what I mean? So they throw the dog in the trunk, and there's nothing in the trunk. It's a brand new car. I don't have shit in there, Oh, there was a big-ass pot. That's what it was, because we had just stopped and bought a big-ass pot. So there was a big-ass pot in the trunk. I said, I got a pot in the trunk. That's why I remember.
He was like, what?
He's like, what? Open the trunk. And then,
you're like a wrong pot, though.
Yeah, that shit was nuts. And so the dog jumps in there. He doesn't smell it because there ain't shit in there, bro. And so they were like, man, just go. And they let me go, dude. But
that's crazy.
That shit was nuts, dude. I was like, oh, fuck. I had my kids with me and everything. I was like, oh, fuck.
That's crazy.
They let me go, man. They fucking told, get out of here, man. Because they didn't find nothing on me, but that shit was nuts, bro, out there in that checkpoint, bro. And we were driving up to him. I was like, oh, fuck, we're already here. Damn, and I just finished smoking the joint. I threw it out the window.
Man, I remember coming from Corpus and coming through that checkpoint, and I had my pin.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck.
Fuck. Shit's nuts, man.
Yeah, I had forgot, and I remembered. I was like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Nah, we drove up and
yeah, cool.
Yeah. Like I said,
yeah.
All right, bye. Whatever. Keep driving. No, we did get pulled over a long time ago. It wasn't for this because I had a Land Rover. It was an 03.
Yeah.
And my wife had a 02 Suburban. We went down to the valley to go, down to McAllen to go pick it up. And on our way back, that truck was black. The Land Rover was black. It was lifted, everything. Mm-hmm. The windows were all jet black. Everything. We go through the checkpoint, everything. Damn. We come up to Sinton.
Yeah.
Man, we get pulled over by Border Patrol.
Ooh. Sure.
Right after they pull us over,
golly.
They get us out. Yeah. They get me out of mine. They get her. They get my wife and the rest of the kids out of the Suburban. Damn. They tear it all apart.
Oh,
they tear it all apart because they were like, they look suspicious because two black people was driving.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was like, but I had all we had the window because. Well, one, the truck had expired tags. Yeah. So I was like, I'm going to roll down the windows because black, it's already dark tint. Yeah. I don't want to attract no more attention. Mm-hmm. And her truck had no AC at the time. So we were just driving up 59.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like.
Yeah, that shit sucked.
That was horrible, man. Man, but I don't know if you're ready to close it out or you ready to go one more, a little bit more longer.
We're good. I'm good.
You good?
Yeah.
You ready to close it out?
Yeah, we can close it out.
All right, man. Is there anything you want to say to the people of anything positive, anything
I'll just tell you
worthy?
I'll tell you what I usually tell you. I do my greeting. I do my greeting in the morning. You've heard my greeting. So I guess I can close it out with that. I always tell everybody, good motherfucking me morning. Okay? And hopefully you got all the rest that you needed the night before to have a fan motherfucking me-tastic day, and everything you want to have happen is going to happen for you today. And if it does not happen today, it's going to happen tomorrow. So go out into the world and be great, man. Spread love, man. Bring somebody some joy. Bring somebody some happiness. Give somebody a hug. Give somebody a compliment. Give somebody $1 who you feel like would truly deserve it. You know what I'm talking about? Be great. Then I tell you to take your motherfucking me hand right here and you grab you some ass. You take your mouth and you suck on a titty. If you got a titty, let someone suck it. If you got a dick, fuck some pussy. And if you've got a pussy, fuck some dick. And have a fan motherfucking me-tastic day for sure.
You heard it here from G, and you heard it here. Well, this is Kid Houston closing it out. And make sure you like and subscribe to not just to my all my social media platforms, but to G's as well. If you haven't followed him, his Instagram is
Originally G.
And
originally OG1.
And make sure y'all give this episode a like, and y'all like anything that he does as well. Follow it as well. And we will close this out. So have a good motherfucking me day.
For sure.